Cat and Dog Give a Party. By Elizabeth Miller and Jane Cohen. Dog lived in this house. One dog in one house. Dog was lonely. Cat lived in this house. One cat in one house. Cat was lonely too. When dog and cat became friends, there were two of them. Sometimes cat would go shopping. Then there was only one. Sometimes dog would go and chase butterflies, and then there was only one. Other times the two of them would play a game. That was fun. Only cat almost always won. But even the best of friends can get bored with just two of them together all the time. One day, Dog was so happy when Raccoon came to call, bringing freshly baked cupcakes. Then there were three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Raccoon said, "There are only 3 of us. I have an extra cupcake. Why don't we invite Rabbit to come? We can have a party," Dog said. Cat was not happy, but she saw it would make Dog happy. Dog ran off to get Rabbit. Rabbit brought along 2 more cupcakes. Then there were 4 for the party. 1, 2, 3, 4. "But," said Rabbit, "we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cupcakes. And there are only 4 of us. Why don't we invite Chipmunk and Squirrel?" Cat was not pleased at all. Reluctantly, she went off to find Chipmunk and Squirrel, leaving the 3 of them to set the table. Chipmunk was delighted to accept Cat's invitation and said, "I have some strawberry punch. Wouldn't that be nice?" Squirrel was not home, so Cat and Chipmunk left a note for him to come later. When Cat returned with Chipmunk, there were 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And no one had set the table. Then there was a knock on the door, and it was Pig. Dog, of course, invited her to stay. That made 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they have 6 cupcakes. Just then, though, Squirrel arrived. Now there were 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Being quite bright and able to count, Cat realized that now there was not enough cupcakes to go around. She might have to take her cupcake out and share. She might have to take her cupcakes out and share them. Everyone was having a good time except Cat. Squirrel had told everyone about the party. The first uninvited guest was Beaver, who of course had brought his teeth with him. Now there were 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cat shook her head. Right behind Beaver was Woodchuck. Where's Woodchuck? There's Beaver. Oh, there's Woodchuck. Or no. I need to see the tails. I think that's Woodchuck and that's Beaver. Let's go back and double check. Yeah, Beaver's in the green, so Woodchuck's in that one. Cat could barely growl in greeting. Cat was thinking to herself, now we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to have to share my cupcakes with them. Just then there was a knock. Cat opened the door, and there stood Porcupine. Now there was 10, but there was not enough room for 10. And so when Raccoon carefully washed her cupcake in the punch and splattered some of it on Rabbit's new coat, Rabbit jumped up and over on the floor went the entire party. When Chipmunk bumped into Porcupine, she got stuck. She did not stop to say goodbye, but ran straight out the door. Then there were 9. As soon as Porcupine got herself off of Squirrel, Squirrel also found himself full of quills and ran home, crying all the way. Then there were 8. Rabbit blamed Raccoon for the stain on her coat. Raccoon burst into tears and left. So we were at 8, 1 left, so we're at 7. There were 7. Rabbit marched off to see if the cleaner could get the stain off. So if they're at 7 and 1 leaves, they're at 6. Then there were 6. Beaver snatched 2 cupcakes from Woodchuck and ran with them. Now there were only 5, so 6 minus 1 is 5. Woodchuck, having nothing to eat, left to look for food somewhere else. So we were at 5, and we're going to take away 1 away, so we're at... Then there were 4. Yep, you're right, 4. When Porcupine finally looked up, she found herself nose to nose with Furious Cat. "This is all your fault," screamed Cat. "Get out of here and take your quills with you." So there were 4, and Porcupine's leaving, so there are 3. Pig did love to eat, so she stayed until all the food was gone. So they're at 3. And Pig left, so they're at... When she finished eating, she left. Then there were just 2, Cat and Dog. "This whole thing was your idea, Dog," said Cat, and stormed out. So there was 2. Cat stormed out. Now there's just Dog. There was just 1. Dog got the broom, and while tears rolled down his face, began to clean up. Cat that night crept back to her house. She began to feel lonely. She peeked in the window. When she saw her sad friend, she was not angry anymore. And then there were just 2, just like this. And you can see they were counting though. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The end.